Start streaming, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Where is...
Motherfucker.
What's that from? Oh, Jeremy Lin. Right? No.
Yeah. Jeremy Lin. Korean basketball player.
You showed me that.
Korean sensation. Some people think he's Cambodian, but he's not Cambodian. Too light skinned to be Cambodian. Korean sensation, Jeremy Lin.
I gotta find a picture really quick.
Some people think he's Chinese, but he's not Chinese. He's too tall to be Chinese. Not Chinese. Can't be. So there's going to be rolling a lot of damage rolling in here, I assume.
I gotta get a picture because you're gonna love this. You will absolutely love this. Hold on.
I don't believe it.
Dude, I love digital shit so much, dude. This is so fucking dope.
Oh, I'm a sorcerer. Whoa.
Oh, fuck that.
Just put the map away.
Okay. Jeez.
We all know where we are. We're under the sea.
Guess who those are?
That's Critical Role.
Yeah. This is back when they were on that island. Do you remember the Traveler Island?
I do. Yeah, this is Laura Bailey's character. This is
Jester.
yeah.
Caduceus.
Yeah, and this is what's his face?
My name's Ford.
This is Marisha. This is Sam.
Bo.
This is Ashley.
Yes.
Dope.
But that's also what Big Sister looks like.
Big sister looks like that, huh? I'd be her sibling.
You're the dead brother.
I would. I'd be her sibling.
I bet. Just look at you. You look like a fucking sea creature. So,
I'm not going to disagree with that.
okay, help me out, man. It's been a month.
It's been 1 month. It's actually probably been over a month.
It's too sad. I don't want to talk about it. You ended. So, where is this? Okay, cool. That dream. Do you remember the dream that you had of Lolth right before you got stabbed in the heart?
Yes.
What do you remember?
I remember a Korean sensation. No, I remember. I remember. Bro, that was such a long time ago. Give me a second. Oh, wait a second. I have it written down right here.
You have it written down.
Yeah, I remember writing this down.
Why'd you write this down?
Well, I've been writing a lot of things down since we started playing D&D.
No, that's not true.
And so what I remember is...
Did you get like a whole notebook?
I got the mini one that I used for... I was using it for work. I need to get the bigger one. I have like the pocket edition. I need to get the big... I remember jack shit, Steven.
That's okay. That's not a problem.
From the dream.
Should we go pull up the video and watch it?
Well, what was? Wait, what was?
Let's do this. Let's just spend this episode watching last episode.
That would be so boring.
I don't know. I think we'd have fun.
I would have fun. I wouldn't want to stream that though.
No, I'll open. No, we're moving your story along here.
Yeah, we need to move it along. Give me something to play with here.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You give me something to play with. I fucking give you everything to play with. I give you so much to play with.
I need
You have
cookies
too
and
much.
milk. If we're gonna do this, I need cookies and milk.
I had mine. Go eat yours. Go get yours.
But I can't move away because I'm not wireless.
Go get it. Here you go.
I'm not fat.
Can you go get your cookie? Dude, I'm totally okay.
I'll be right back.
It's like your Avion. You pull it because you get stuck with your head.
Can't tell you how many times I've done that.
I'm sorry. I don't. I was looking at something else. What did you just put up there? Oh, it's getting hot. I need to go turn the AC on. I'll be right back. Oh, it's getting hot. I need to go turn the AC on. I'll be right back.
What? What you want?
Korean sensation.
Korean sensation. Jamilin.
Get your cookie.
It's a protein cookie.
Protein, my ass.
It is. It's 16 grams of protein.
How many grams of sugar?
12. Yeah, what are you gonna say now, huh?
I'm full.
Bullshit, you're full. That's some bullshit.
So full.
That's bullshit. If I walked in right now and brought you Illuminati's pizza, you would eat it.
Oh, of course.
You would.
Of course. Illuminati's pizza? Please. Forget about it. So, in your dream, you had the dream you're kind of having a similar dream experience of the night of the fight with her when she destroyed Waterdeep. Except what's happening at the very end is that instead of Isaac being controlled and puppeted, you end up getting puppeted and end up getting sent over to Nova, who falls from the sky, and you kill her over and over and over again. But in that last one, after you stabbed her several times, your chest begins to
I remember now.
Feel pressure and pain and blood, and then you kind of gasp up and you see from blackness, you see Elroy's face as he's standing over you. Takes another blade, stabs you.
Wait, he says something.
Says that something along the lines of like,
you would
this has never been your home or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something like that. You see Maggie open up the door, like a silhouette from the moonlight behind her. She shuts it, throws out a water whip, grapples Nova, covers her mouth, and you go after her. You fight. And the main reason of this was Elroy was not necessarily looking for your gem, but he was looking to attempt to get you, grapple you, physically force you to tell him where it was. However, in doing so, checking your person, pop out your little guy, your little gem. Sanjim? Sanjim. Yep. Sanjim's family heirloom.
Yep.
This like gem. And pop through, like, and it became, you guys fought inside that cabin. Outside along the exterior, you see carnage coming out. What looks like to be, well, what does Jarvis think is happening? Like,
at first, he thought that they were after the gem. Which is obviously something that's happening, but I think there's just a lot of confusion. I don't know if he knows exactly what's going on, what the motive is.
Yeah, and let's even do this. I know we're taking a lot of time on this, and we'll stop for sure by the time you need to go. But it's probably good to just like recap a little bit more of like Captain Ackleback and his crew, which is the crew that you connected with when you first landed in the material plane. This music is way too epic right now.
Landed in the water.
Landed in the water. You were with them. You did life with them.
Mm-hmm.
Did life with them. Whatever. But coming back to where you are now with them on the ship, that been past 3 days or so. I think them saying we work for the Zentherium. We work for them right now. We're doing a pickup and drop off, right? You rolled insight checks. They're not lying. They said that they're not like.
Yeah, but they have ulterior motives here.
Then remember that. Then the moment that you snuck up and you were listening to on Carnage, which he said that Carnage was basically alluding to like, Big Sister could be around here. Let's like. Plus we need to get some like. We're doing something for Miss Crypt.
Yeah.
And Captain Ackleback was basically like, I hear you. Like, stay focused on what's important.
Yeah.
Make an insight check.
First roll in a month. Cocked. That's a 16 plus 4. It's a dirty 20.
You're 100% right about this ulterior motives, and I would also say even Captain Appleback's crew seems to be divided.
Like everybody wasn't on board with the plan.
Remember, Captain Appleback shot,
What's his face?
killed him.
Yeah.
In your line of work in the past, what kind of lines in the sand would have been drawn even from that moment?
Well, first of all, Jarvis didn't know Appleback to be that type of a captain, to where he just... I think that was a huge surprise to him. He's never seen that side of him.
Yeah, and you could say that he's brutal and wicked and evil at times too. You know, he's a scumbag at heart. He seems different a bit, you know. Talking about books he's read, talking about the things that he's thought through, and what he's truly trying to do right now.
I'm gonna hijack the music and real quick play a Lord of the Rings song, Rings of Power.
It might get copyrighted, so
I know.
be.
All right. Yeah. So most certainly ulterior motives. Jarvis is confused. Most certainly confused. He doesn't know what's happening.
I mean, the basic thing is Elroy's saying, we're trying to get out of here. He said that him and Maggie are trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Bigger. I think he said something like, "Big things are going down, and we are just trying to get out before things get even worse. We want the gem. That's all we want."
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: why would they want the gem so bad?
It could be that it has...
You don't have to answer if you don't know.
I know it could be. I don't know, but I'm assuming Jarvis would assume that maybe there's something that it does that I don't know about. Maybe it's worth something
For
that
sure.
I'm not sure of. You know.
For sure. For sure. But in the midst of your fight, Carnage bites you. You grapple him, throw him, and go into the water.
Yeah, like one of
It's
those
free.
suicide things.
Yeah, it's freezing cold. Remember, it's winter, and you're in the ocean. You know the story of Big Sister. You heard that this could be Big Sister's realm. Jumping into the water, you see Elroy and Maggie in the water. Elroy's throwing out dancing lights hundreds of feet away, and you see in the blackness, because this is the dead of night, this is like 2 a.m., a glowing yellow and red and orangish hued eye with bubbles roaring from the vast tentacles that seem to be like swaying through extremely thick, like as if it's a tree, like you're like a forest underwater of seaweed that's just like massive. Anything else that you want to rethink through? Anything else? Is there anything else?
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking
Nova's-
through last session.
Jazz is on the ship. Nova's on the ship. You have your Orb of Divination. You have currently Sanjim's emeraldy gem heirloom necklace thing. Another thing, I'll tell you this. You saw, remember when you peeked into at one point after you left Captain Appleback's room initially, that he looked like he was pulling out something purplish that was glowing from a drawer.
Yeah.
Remember that? Okay.
Nothing else. So, Jarvis is in the water.
You're in the water. Probably, I mean,
How
pretty
far
quickly.
from the eye?
We said about like 150, 200 feet away. It looks like you're looking down at it, and you can't see the bottom of the ocean at all because it's so dark. But you can just see bubbles, seaweed, large seaweed. It's like a forest of seaweed down below as this eye glows with bubbles shooting up around. Elroy's about 100 feet away, even further down below. Across you, Maggie's above him. The ship is about, it's right next to you because you only probably jumped around 15, 20 feet in the water.
Does Jarvis recognize Big Sister from an encounter before, from a distance?
No one, per the legend, nobody's ever seen it other than the one person that got away, which Captain Appleback's hinted, and he's like, as he said the legend before, he's used verbiage like "we got away" or "someone got away." There was one person, and so it's like, was it him? Was it not him?
Huh?
Could it have been him? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but to think through that, if someone could conquer a legend and kill whatever creature, like what kind of glory in their line of work would be given to them?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So in this case, probably a sketch, probably some like myth, like when people like do dinosaur pictures and like, I don't know, but this is a fucking T-Rex.
So I've heard about it, heard legend of, never seen in person. So I'm pissing myself in the ocean right now.
And your bones are so hollow that you're already about like floating up. Oh no, my wife.
That's my wife. With Kinsley, using our Spotify.
We're not going to be able to use it. Once she's home, I'll be able to switch it back on. That's so funny. So again, you immediately see the creature. You immediately see all of this. You see at this point too, because remember, you're in an ice fog, so you can only see within about 60 feet. Perception check for me.
15 plus 7.
Roll with advantage.
So that's 22 disadvantage, right? Because I'm exhausted. Or normal. It's just a normal. It's canceling out.
Just a normal. You have 1 point of exhaustion right now. I'm just saying you have one.
22.
Okay. Before I give you anything of like what's going on, how do you react and see this? You piss yourself, sure, but like what does that mean?
I'm swimming away from it. I'm swimming to the surface. Yeah, I'm getting away. Not a doubt.
Popping your head up, you also see right next to you Carnage just pops his head up, and he looks at you and he's just, "You idiot!" And he starts to swim towards the ship. You quickly look to your right and you feel a gust of wind burst, and you see what looks like to be another ship coming through, different than the ship that you're on right now, or we're coming from. Another ship that's coming through the fog, what now looks to be perpendicular. Both of our ships are directly above Big Sister. As you see what looks like to be another group, another party, a pirating party, that's like grabbing some of these large containers and throwing them into the water. The ship is coming right above you with your head. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I roll disadvantage on this?
I think it's only ability checks. Right now. Just ability checks, not saving throws.
Okay, I rolled a 2 plus 7. It's a 9.
The ship gets so close to you, and you attempt. I'm guessing you try to like swim away. You're trying to like get up and fly out.
Yeah.
Yep. As you do, the
Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, the ship clips you, just clips you, super quick. You take.
Oh shit! Look at my hit points. Just take a gander, please.
I don't know what your hit points are. It's a total of 8.
Ooh-wee. Remember what I said about possibly dying?
Well, you fucking make something happen then. Rolls are telling the story. You tell the story. We're doing our. I'm just throwing the problems at you. The ship's head clips your shoulder. You roll back under the water, throwing under. Quickly, you then open back up your eyes and see what looks like to be Big Sister, like faster than you've ever seen underwater. Swim, and now you see its full body, which looks
shit
coming through, which looks like at least like its physical body looks like at least a typical double-decker middle American home in the suburbs.
Jesus.
Like the size, not to mention its thick grayish purple tentacles that are like swirling to help it project itself moving forward, to go up. And what do you do?
Attempting yet again to get away. This time in another direction that's not a giant ship.
Go ahead and yeah, you totally do. It's hard because again, you're not going very far because you're made of feathers and you've got hollow bones. So you're doing your best. You're getting up. What you notice though is that when the ship was throwing off these containers, you're seeing harpoons traveling through that are actually have like a spark flare to them. That some of them go past, and then eventually one gets hit and explodes like it's full of dynamite. A shockwave of water and force comes from it, going right over the top of the head of Big Sister, and you hear this weird like underwater shriek. Do you remember in Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, when those they put the creatures under the water, and they pull the heads.
Yeah.
Just like this shrieking sound, as if it like took some sort of explosive damage. You get thrown back, tumbling. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
You're getting to the point where if you don't get out of the water and up, your lungs are going to start taking in water. You get go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? I'm going to tornado strike out of the water.
Love it. Describe it.
I'm going to tornado strike out of the water. Do I roll for an attack, or how does that work?
No. You just do it. You can do it. Describe it, though.
Yeah, I'm getting tossed and turned, hit by the ship. All this shit's happening, and I'm floating around. Now, about to start taking in water, and all this chaos, and then all of a sudden, I'm just kind of tossed, and now I'm just kind of like floating in the water. And my eyes are closed, and I open my eyes, and I look to the surface, and then I just tornado strike out. Yeah.
100%. Beaming out of the water. Eventually, with that tornado strike, let's fucking make that so cool. As you do, you throw all the water off your body.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns into ice.
Yes!
Ice, and then I like do like this twist, and I continue to twist, and all the ice just breaks off in midair.
Hits some of the ship, the second ship. You quickly come to see that Carnage is now along the side of the ship, holding on to the ladder. Crispy looks like Crispy's taking what looks like to be their arms and shooting different, somewhat like Lolth did, but different parts of its body, like large forms of like spiked chunks of wood to shoot at it, at its different tentacles. That even one of them is like coming onto your ship as it like wraps around the front, grabbing some of the wood and just ripping it off from the ship. You hear from Carnage like he says, "Curl around the rear, focus on the eye, use harpoons," and you see as like the air. Make a perception check.
It's 13.
You have this moment where you feel the coldness of the area begin to fade because of it feels like there's more than just you, there's more than just your ship, there's now this other ship. It looks like it feels like there's more. It feels like there's more ships, there's more people. So the air in and of itself is getting warmer due to the amount of other bodies that are entering this area.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
And the explosions, I'm sure, are
yes,
100%
100%
being
great.
lit. Yeah.
Great. No, that's a great call. With that being said, though, what is Jarvis thinking right now?
He's his focus is on Big Sister, so he's hearing the call out of focusing on the eye. And is there just one eye, or like this creature? There's 4, 5.
At this point, it just looks like one central eye. The other ones are. Good night. Are you gonna go night night? Yeah. Love you.
Hi, Loki.
Hi.
Luki?
Yeah. Hi, Jess.
Jess isn't there.
It's
Oh, it's just
Loki.
Luke.
Yeah.
You're just playing with Luke?
Yeah, Jess had to work late. But I wanted to get the story moving. I wanted to get it going. It's been a rough month. I love you. Give me kisses. Love you.
I lost audio. Can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Is it coming through from here? Can you hear this?
It's
from here?
not coming through the microphone, no.
How about now?
Yeah, now it is.
I just got the music going. Kinsley kicked over something. Yeah. What is Jarvis thinking?
Yeah, he's going for the eye. He's targeting the eye. So Jarvis is going to try to fly close. Is the creature out of water right now, or the eye is out of the water?
Think of it like the top half of its head just went under because of the explosion. It's popping back up, and you see that one central eye. Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, when the creature, squid creature, is coming out right in front of the...
Yeah.
It's emerging, and so like the other eyes, this is again just a picture, but like there's other eyes that are like shut, but you can see like they're protecting itself.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that is definitely a weak spot, and immediately Carnage calls it out.
Yeah, I'm going to try to fly within 120 feet, if possible.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
And I'm going to firebolt. Are we initiative for this or no?
Yes, it is. We're just gonna play it out. We're just playing.
Yeah, I'm going to firebolt the
Yeah,
eye.
go ahead.
Target the eye.
Go ahead.
14 plus 4 to hit 18.
That does hit.
All right. Find these D10s here. I rolled, and I'm going to use Savage Attacker here to re-roll this damage roll because it was shit. I just want to make sure that that is what that is. It's been so long. I just want to make sure that Savage Attacker can do that. I think it's once per turn you can use this to re-roll a damage die, I'm pretty sure. I can't find it right now.
I can look really quick if you. It doesn't matter. Just re-roll it. Just re-roll it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, 10 plus 8. It's going to be 18 fire damage to the eye.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, it's only for melee weapon attack. Sorry. I didn't know it was just melee.
Okay, fair.
So it would have been 12 then.
That's fine. For sure.
12
you throw
fire.
it at it.
He gets within 120 feet where he feels like he's within range for firebolt, and he puts his hands together and
Your orb of divination starts to circle above you.
damn, that's dope.
Throwing it at it 100%. You hit its eye. It shuts its eye, splashes some water. It's like quick. It's like it splashes water onto its face to help put out. You see now what looks like to be a 3 and then a 4th ship that's coming through. And now as Carnage is calling out the shots, he gets up. You see him as he gets to basically like the front of the ship moving, is calling out to the other ships. Again, interesting enough, you would think that it would be hard for someone to be able to communicate to other people, but looks like he's casting message as he's pointing to different people and speaking a spell to be able to speak to them from afar. So, and now it looks like the whole fleet is circling this creature.
Okay.
You see where, and I'm guessing you're in the center, right above.
Right, yeah, right in the middle of it all. Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking cool picture. Okay, cool. Go ahead. What else do you want to do?
I want to get you in on my listen group so that you can hear the music that I'm listening to right now, so that we can be together in this shit.
You got to send me just text me it.
I just don't know how to do it, unfortunately, and I don't want to take more time away from the game. I need you to be hearing this.
Okay, go to the little on the bottom right where your volume is. There should be a little
Speaker.
Oh, you can only do it for mobile.
Mobile. Yeah. I got it. Where do you want me to send it to you?
You can just text me it. It'll go right to my computer.
I need you to be listening to this. It's perfect, bro.
Just unplug it. Don't use it because it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Just unplug it. If it's gonna be easier, just unplug it.
Can you just go look at it?
Just unplug it. Just unplug it. She's fine.
Just go look at that because it's not very bright.
You're letting your own desires get in the way of just unplugging it. Jesus.
Did you get it? Sent you
Oh,
two.
did you text it?
Yeah.
The Cove battle?
No.
What the hell?
Should be Rings of Power.
It's like
You click the second link or the first?
the second link. But the problem is that it's pulling up a web browser version of it, and it's not going to work then.
Oh, yeah. So what we have to do is if you go on your phone and do it, and then you can... So go on your phone and click the link, yeah.
Oh, got it.
And then choose the device to play it from as your laptop.
Yep, you're right. I'll do it. Got it. Perfect. I'm in. Dude, fuck this. What am I listening to right now?
It's called Sauron. It's the best for this right now.
I just added it to my battle playlist. Okay, cool. What are we doing? What's happening?
I just firebolted, and then I need to know how sorcery points work. I have 2 of them and no spell slots, so I want to know if I can turn those 2 into 2 spell slots.
Yes, I believe that's how it works. I wish it's been so long. I believe that's...
I'm using both to regain 2 spell slots because I have none.
Basically, you're just exchanging for spell slots right now.
That's right. I used two of my only sorcery points to gain back 2 of my
Yes.
normally 3 spell slots, and I only have 1 key point left.
Yeah. Think about it this way. And just so you know, Nova, you look through, Nova's still not coming out. You see Jazz eventually coming down from the basement with Captain Ackleback of the ship. As you hear from Captain Ackleback, him scream over to Carnage. Where's my notes here? Oh, you hear from him. He pulls out his gun as you hear from him. We said we'd steer clear from here. We had a deal. You lost us everything.
Okay.
Jazz looks like the first thing that she does is she's assuming that Nova's up top because she didn't see you guys go into that area. So she's she's climbing up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I don't see Nova.
No.
Last time I saw her, she was
chained in ice
inside the cabin where we started last session.
where the door is shut right now and was locked.
Okay. So I'm assuming she's still in there.
You're assuming, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna focus my attention, and if we're going other people's turns, but Jarvis is gonna use the rest of his turn to go over and.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll interrupt you. All of this is happening simultaneously. Again, bombs are being thrown out, harpoons are being shot over. Again, this is just all very quick.
I'm going to that door to try to unlock it, so that if something happens to the ship, she doesn't die, right? So that makes sense to me. Jarvis is gonna go over there and try to open the door.
I mean, if you're simply just trying to open it, it doesn't open. It's locked. Remember.
Locked
So
how?
what do you do? From the inside, like a shim, like a simple shim.
Okay. I am going to. Fuck it. I'm gonna fly back and tornado strike at the door.
Done. Go ahead and make an attack. The DC for this attack is just going to be. I think I'm going to put it at 8.
I rolled a 16.
You slam it, break the door off the hinge, and you see Nova just held in chains of ice.
Chains of Ice. So this is a spell that's currently being concentrated, or no?
I wouldn't worry about it. I would just either figure out what you want to do.
I'm gonna try to get her out. I'm gonna try to free her. So these are chains made of ice, you said.
Yep. The charger is downstairs.
Does it need to be charged?
It might.
Chains made of ice. Okay. I'm just gonna take my quarterstaff and start hacking at it. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm making up my mechanic here. You have to hit within a certain range
Without hitting her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to hit within. We'll say 12. No, we'll say 14 and 20.
Between
Anything
14
below
and
or anything
20.
above. Anything below or anything above. It may hit her within that.
And I am just rolling like an attack roll with my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
So it's +7 to it. And I'm sorry, the range again is 14 to 20.
14 to 20.
I'm over. I hit her.
I mean, no. You still, you hit 1, 2, you shatter it, but you need to just give damage as well.
Okay.
You free her, but you're not clean about it.
I rolled a 25.
It's okay. Just give me the damage.
Damage is.
It doesn't matter really, but do this song. I want to fucking kill something
8.
right now.
8 damage.
I'm gonna go to Nova's profile.
Isn't
she's
this
got
dope,
full.
dude? This music in this show is
I got Nova's chick.
ridiculous.
You hit her. Oh, what the fuck was that? What's
What do you want me to do? You know, I'm trying to save your life here.
She goes, oh, yeah, me too. And she points at the door, and you see stumbling over is Elroy. Give me the fucking gem. And he runs at you, and he lashes, and he takes his dagger, and he throws 2 daggers at you. It's a 2 plus 6. That's doesn't hit, obviously. It's cocked. 8 plus 6, 14. 2 daggers come just right past you as he's running to do one of those like jump knee at your chest. What are you doing?
I am going to block it with my hand.
Totally. You block it. He gets down. It's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to I want to confirm this real quick. How close is Nova to me? Is she within 5 feet or further away?
Yeah, within 5 feet for sure.
Ah,
you guys are
shit.
like right there. She's on the bed
Okay, I'm going to
because you had to hit her to get out. It's
Yeah.
melee.
okay, I'm gonna yeah, I'm just gonna me throw a quarterstaff him.
Do it. Roll him. Roll him.
14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that's a 10 damage, 10 bludgeoning.
He looks really bloodied right now.
Okay.
You like right across the temple. You see blood from his mouth. He looks dazed.
I'm going to shove Nova away. I want her to be further than 5 feet from me.
You shove the bed on her with her on it because it skids across the ground.
And I'm going to use, for the first time, I don't think I've ever used this, sword burst.
Okay.
And it doesn't have an attack. So help me with this. It says 12 dex hit DC. So is it just automatically used?
No, he has to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yes. Okay. So 12 is the DC. You create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around you. All other creatures within 5 feet of you must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
It's plus 4 for him. 18.
Okay, he
saves.
succeeds. But it looks
You throw
dope
a
as
bunch
shit.
of these. Yeah. What's the color of them? What was the color?
They are orange.
As you throw out your arms like swords, just a dozen of these like scimitar swords just start to spin around you, where he quickly back flips, hand springs to the back, touch like hands to the wall, and he leans forward. He's going to take his hand, and similar to what he did before, he's going to grab you by the throat. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Or no, athletic or acrobatics. This is contested.
Okay.
He's got plus 4 again for him.
I rolled a
It's a
17 plus 7.
He's going to do it one more time. 19 plus 4, that's 23.
9 plus 7, that's 16. He wins that.
So he goes to grab your throat. What do you do?
In this case, there's
The first
nothing I
time,
can
first
do.
time.
Oh, first time, yeah.
The first time.
I shove it away.
He takes the other and you see as he grabs onto your throat, you grab onto his hand and he pulls you in, and you see that even looking at his arm, you see from his tattoo what looks like to be explosions from his shoulder begin to rumble down his arm, like his arm is lighting up a flame, and your throat begins to burn as you you take 1 fire damage. As he pulls you in and he says, "Give me the gem. You're wasting time. Give me it." He's like now searching onto your body.
I'm gonna shove him away.
What do you even... so it's another grapple, because you have to attempt to get out of there being grappled.
Yep.
So, at this point, athletics or acrobatics.
You broke up a little bit. I could barely hear you. Your internet's a little janky right now.
I'm sorry, athletics or acrobatics to see if you
Oh.
can get out of being grappled.
Okay.
That's
I
That's a
rolled
12.
17 plus 7.
okay. Yep, totally get out. You get out. What else? Anything?
Is it my turn here?
Yeah, he's just again, he's pretty weak right now, right? And he's trying to get the gem off of you, and he's like, I mean, if you want to say something, if you want to have a quick one back to back, you can say something.
Nothing to say to him. I'm gonna chromatic orb his ass though. I'm gonna cast chromatic orb, and that's an 11 plus 4, 15 to hit.
That hits.
And I get to choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose lightning damage here. Sorry, I'm searching in the massive dice for 3d8. 4, 7, 4, 8. That's what is that? 15.
Then,
15 lightning.
how do you want to do this?
I take it back. Jarvis does say something right before he casts chromatic orb. He goes, "Burn in hell, you piece of shit!" And then, literally, like a orb of lightning, he just like does like this kind of like spin around, and like as he comes back around, this 4-inch diameter sphere of lightning is hurled towards Elroy.
Goes right through him, like a complete circle through his chest, to his knees, falls over. Coming through, you see two things happen really quick. Outside, you see like gunshots, like melee gunshots between Carnage and Akobak as they're fighting right now. Akobak and Carnage, and it's kind of cool because it's like one of those as he's grabbing onto his arm, he like shoots duck, punches him in the face. Really, really interesting. But immediately you see what looks like Maggie cut in front of that as she stands in front of the door. She runs over to her brother on the ground. Just like breathing, just immediately like angry tears. And she just looks at you with angry tears. Just leave. Just leave. Nova gets next to you. She goes, what are you doing? Come on. She pulls you outside the door. You see Jazz up above, where she's screaming, Nova! Jarvis! Immediately, you see a giant tentacle come down on the ship. Cutting the front of the ship in half. Immediately, you see Jazz fall off and is falling midair.
I'm gonna fly to try to catch her.
Fly up to catch her. Just make me a general athletics check.
18.
As you get halfway, pick her up and catch her. You see now what looks like to be 2 of the 4 ships now have a giant tentacle that's cut them in half. You see burn marks and like blisters of bubbles on top of this creature's head. Harpoons are going into its eye. As it covers it, splatters water on its face. Like really quick. Carnage and Akobak fighting. You see a perception check. I do that every fucking time. I say what you're gonna see, and then I'm like, give me a perception check. Because you notice something on Akobak.
22.
You quickly notice that same purplish hue is glowing on his back hip, like this right as his jacket opens up, and then it covers it again. Where's the gem? Where's Sanjin's gem on you?
I thought I put it in my backpack.
Okay, because it's on your person.
Yeah, my backpack's with me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that's clear. Okay, perfect. What do you do with Carnage and Akobak in the midst of all this right now? You have Jarvis, or you have Jazz in your hands, but before you like put her down or anything, I just wanted you to see that and and what is he thinking? What's going on?
He's trying to figure out what that is, where he's drawing the power from. Akobak, where he's drawing that power from.
Because you've never seen his pistol do what he's done of lately.
Yeah.
Anything else?
How far is Akobak from me right now?
About 35 feet.
Can I true strike him?
Yeah.
You point a finger at a target in range, in this case Akobak. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack, blah, 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 blah. I'm hoping True Strike in this case is going to give me some information about that for him.
Describe how this works in story.
First of all, is there anything that you can do about your internet? Because you've been skipping really bad. Video and audio has been in and out.
I've never had this problem. I wonder. I mean, my speed test is showing that I'm over 150 megabits per second.
I just wonder if it's the load on the internet. Is Tegan using the internet right now?
Yeah, I just did a speed test. I wonder. I can get off the internet on my phone probably.
Could also be upload speed.
Okay, so that's
too.
Could be.
Okay. We'll deal with it. We're not playing for much longer anyway. We're good.
No.
Yeah, True Strike. I'm just gonna. Yeah, it says you point your finger at a target in range. To customize this for what Jarvis does for True Strike, he his orb. He focuses on the target, and his orb comes down in front of him, and he kind of closes his eyes and touches the orb, and it's almost like he starts talking to it. Like he goes, and then he stops, and it's like he turns his ear to listen to it, like it's telling him things.
I'm just gonna give you shit.
What?
You want some cool shit? Want some cool shit?
I do.
You want some cool shit?
Yeah, I do.
This won't happen every time, but I'm just gonna give you some cool shit, okay?
Yep.
Put your hand up if my internet is whack, okay? So I know.
It's just gonna be a thing.
I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
Your audio. The great thing is that the audio is not going in and out too much. It's just your video.
That's fine. I'll stop moving. So, you look into it. It like your view is like it goes from your body to like down to the ground to the feet of Akobak, then all the way up to his eyes, and you go into his eyes. It takes you back like all the memories, which then takes you all like to through the moments of like yesterday, the day before, you seeing on the 10 before that.
But from his point of view,
you seeing him from his point of view.
Yeah, that's dope.
Then you even seeing him on the ship grabbing like that orb, what looks like to be a gem, looks like to be very similar to Sanjim's gem, just a different structure. Which give me a 23 insight check, and I will give you even more.
23. Rolled a 2. No way.
Okay. Interesting. To then, before you are seen, like him seeing you on the ship, him like kind of giving you a weird hug, to then him on the ship with the crew, to them all of a sudden like doing some gambling stuff, but then it then goes to, you see them entering the ship, but you see the crew coming up on the side of the ship, like crawling up stealthily in the middle of the night, with other crew on that doesn't looks like crew that you've never seen before, which looks like to be crew that owned the ship before Captain Aquaback jumped on this ship with crew, massacring and killing them, and seeing them stuff the bodies on the 3rd floor of this ship, which you guys have never gone to yet. The 3rd level of the ship, where you see Captain Aquabackle smoking cigar, going through that, after that moment, going through to that like his headquarters and destroying a bunch of like paperwork, but yet seeing him look at one of this paperwork that talks about a couple different names that were supposed to go pick up Jazz and bring her to Ruthheim Island. So what you're getting at here is that Aquaback is impersonating whoever owned this ship, and this is just all a coincidence that he sees you with them. But he was. Is this making sense a bit?
Yeah, that's some shit.
Some shit. But even before that, just conversations about like him between Carnage of like, we need to find more of these gems and more of these shards for Miss Crypt, because then she'll be able to give us more power and more abilities. So the more that we can find these gems, this is why we should have never given back. We should have not involved Nova in the first place. We should have just went straight to Sanjim and killed his family, so we could have taken that gem.
Damn.
Like all of the like, and he's even in like Carnage basically is like, if you don't make big decisions soon, I'm going to. Big sister's around. That could be a better play here. Just like different conversations like that you're seeing. I know I'm giving you just a shit ton of like backstory and interesting things.
I like it though. That's pretty dope. That's dope.
So from Aquaback's perception and just like seeing through his mind and seeing through his eyes, it looks like he's been just trying to get these gems and these shards for someone named Miss Crypt. Right?
Yeah. And
yet also at the same time, he hasn't been still that much untruthful to you. He like believe, like going back to the gambling scene, he believed you that you don't have it. It looks more like like I said, the internal conflict between him and Carnage. That Carnage is rising up and making bigger decisions here.
Interesting.
And that even like Cackleback didn't even know that there was this mutiny that was going to happen between Elroy and Maggie against basically him and against you, because they think that Aquaback is on your side.
Damn.
And so Carnage was like, big sister's around, I'm going to make this a bigger priority than these fucking shards. Who gives a fuck? And so he made calls.
Damn.
And what you see on his back hip is a shard. It's an elemental shard. Where is Isaac's gun?
I have it in my backpack.
You have it on you?
Yeah.
What do you do now? Think of this moment 2 in 300 when they're fighting and it's in slow motion and it's like deep reds. Like the ocean is like
Yeah.
an explosion. A tentacle. A gunshot from Aquabac's gun with smoke billowing from it. Come on, man. What are you doing?
I'm going
Which
for the
side
shard.
are you on?
I'm going for the shard.
Okay. What do you mean? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna target it. What can I do
What time
here
What
creatively?
time is it? What time is it?
Almost 9. Almost 8.
Okay.
So that True Strike didn't give me any information about. So it did give me information essentially that it's an elemental shard.
Probably, yeah.
That in which I'm familiar with in Isaac's weapon. In the same
Because
way.
you know that that's an elemental shard. And that gem that you have of Sanjim's,
I'm gonna pull Isaac's gun out of the backpack. I've never used it, but I've seen it. I've seen it used.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna try to remember watching him use it and do the best that I can to try to mimic that.
Totally understand. Because you're not proficient in firearms, you'll have disadvantage in shooting it. Just
Okay. And I'm going to target the elemental shard on his hip. You said it's on his hip, right?
Yeah, it's again his jacket, his like leather jacket moved and you saw a little glowing from his back. And then it just, again, the drapage of his jacket falls back over and down.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to shoot it. So I don't know what I need to do here to be able to do that because I don't have the.
It'll be your D20 plus your dexterity modifier, no proficiency, at disadvantage.
Rolled an 8 and a 15, so 8 plus
your
4. 12. 12 to hit. That's 12 to hit, right?
Correct. The recoil on that gun, because you had to have put Jazz down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You've had to put her down, and you're standing there on the ground.
Yeah.
Trying to move and watch. Wait for his jacket to open. You shoot. It goes right off and ricochets off of one of the wooden structures on the ship. By the way, we'll get to it in a second.
I'm gonna try one more.
You try one more. You see both of them look at you after the first one.
How close am I?
I mean, you're within.
How close was I?
You're
With
within
the 12.
20 feet.
No, with
You're
the
within
12
20
roll.
feet. 15.
I need to hit 15, so I need to roll a 11 or higher at disadvantage. Bro, I rolled an 11 and a 16.
Okay. You did it.
11
Good job.
and 16.
Okay, you totally did. The moment where you shoot, it goes to the left of them. The gun lights up this energy. They both look at you, and the moment when Aquabac turns, you see his jacket open up, where you see on his hip a purplish energy, like a hue that's coming from what looks like to be like just the tip of it sticking out of a pocket. The next one you shoot at it, Is that what you're doing? You're trying to shoot at it?
Yeah.
You shoot at it. It hits the shard as you see it explode and shatter from his hip, and you hear him as Akobak falls to the ground. Make a strength saving throw for me.
To handle this recoil? 12.
No, it's not for the recoil. You hold it. Because at that point, as he falls, and you see what looks like to be crystals all over the ground, like just falling from his back butt, but he was like grabbing his butt. The main tentacle that is on top of the ship, and it's basically splits it in half, pulls it and rips it, and the ship jerks. And you and Nova and Jazz fall prone as the ship is going like this now. And you begin to slide, like you're sliding down into the pit from where the tentacle was, going into the water.
I'm gonna grab Nova.
She's like 10 feet away. She's sliding with, and like put your hand to hers. You guys grab. Jazz is the same way.
I'm gonna once I grab her and I have Nova, I'm gonna launch off the deck as I'm sliding into the air, flying, and I'm gonna attempt to grab her as well. But I know that I can't stay in the air long because I got 2 of them. I'm aiming to be able to grab Jazz, have 2 of them, but with the momentum from my launch and my wings to be able to glide, I know that I won't be able to gain height. But hopefully I'll be able to grab both of them and glide down to another ship that's still floating. Or another part of the ship that's still floating.
Got it. Fuck me, yeah, dude. Just give me a athletics check above 8.
8 plus 3, 11.
Jarvis! Jazz is like, Jarvis? She's so fucking hot. Grabs you. You launch up. Captain Akobak and Carnage are slipping and falling down. They both look like to... This is Akobak. This is Carnage. Carnage has managed to grab one of the rails on the side. Akobak eventually falls into the water.
Damn.
Splash.
Damn.
You fall to the other ship.
Did Akobak look really, really hurt? Like really bloodied?
No.
He didn't.
Not really bloodied.
Okay.
Not well bloodied, but like probably at like 50%. I'd have to do the math again.
Okay. Did he take damage from the shard bursting?
No, because the shard. Make a perception check.
10.
What you gather in this moment as you jump to the other ship, some of the players, some of the other NPCs that are in that ship, pirates, some of them are dead, some of them are there, some of them are being held up, being flung in the air by another tentacle and throws them like into the cold, frozen mist, and you don't even see him or hear him fall into the water. And just goes, and he's gone. Like, fuck.
Jesus.
Right? You do see on the ship next to you, they have what looks to be like another smaller like boat that is connected to the ship, like a secondary like sub ship that's like hoisted up, that's above water. You don't see Akobak in the water. You have Jazz and you have them. In this moment, interesting enough, the clouds, like the area, begins to like fade of fog. Give me a perception check, at advantage.
16.
It's weird. You see the fog move a bit, and you see the sun and you look at the sun, and again, there's a moment, second time, where you look at the sun, you can stare, like it's like popping up from the horizon a bit. And again, normally the sun is too bright to be able to be seen, but as the sun is like coming up from after this moment, you're able to stare directly at it as it's popping up, and it doesn't hurt your eyes at all.
Huh.
Like the sun is dimming.
Huh.
And you see from the sun a crackle of light, like as it shines down, and it comes to hit the gun in front of you that you're holding onto. As it hovers in midair. Where's Sanjim's?
It was in my backpack. It's in my pack.
Your backpack shakes, and just it like bing, pops out and hovers midair. Is also the gem. You see across from you the other gem that Akobak had. Weirdly, is coming back together as it stands and hovers in midair as that ship is going down. And what you see in all three of these as they light up, and you see in the one Sanjim's as it's like this reddish color inside, this like black line is forming like a vein, and it shines bright. Ching! Isaac's gun, the actual shard cracks, his gun falls to the ground. Shing! Shines. That other purplish one shines. Ching! And it looks like it shoots a beam of light to the sun.
Jesus.
As the sun, there's a moment. Make an Arcana check.
17 plus... I'm sorry, 17 minus 3, 14.
It's weird how similar opposites are. Your capabilities are to display and project darkness and to manipulate darkness. This feels like the energy coming from this feels like it's darkness being thrown out to prevent light. So in a similar but yet opposite way of what you're capable of. These shards look like right now that they are being manipulated and used to do something to the sun in this very moment. And there's a pulse that felt very similar to the same pulse that felt at Waterdeep on the moment of destruction. And in this moment, as you look to the sun, as it rises above the mountain peak the horizon of the water, it starts to fade away to a point where it feels like, again, complete blackness in the sky. What do you do? Or what else do you need to know? The only things that are glowing right now of light, and it's like everybody sort of stops in a weird moment.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, is time kind of frozen for me right now?
Time is sort of frozen for you while the orb is like slowly moving. Nova, again, everything's slow-mo, but it's like everyone's turning their eyes to what looks like to be the sun, setting as it's rising. Like it looks like a more orangish sun that's rising, but it's just like so dim. It's like incredibly dim. It's like awkwardly dim. There's a moment where even the creature shifts its arms, and what you see it as its eyes shut, as it shakes, vibrates, well, they're like a hot tub and bubbles protruding, where it completely submerges into the water and like seems like it disappears, leaving 2 ships to slowly fall and drift into the water. Some people screaming. The other ship looks like it's trying to depart and move off from where it's at. But those, regardless of you moving, regardless of the ships moving, those 3 shards are stopped. And so as the ship moves, you move, and but the shard doesn't move. Eventually that ship that you were on, that was Akobak's ship, comes down and eventually goes into the water. A single purple energy. Little little purplish gem hovers over the water. Just holding still. Same with the other 2.
Yeah, in this moment, can I attempt to gather them?
You go to touch one of them, and it feels like a shock of energy going to your arm, like if you're being tased.
Huh.
I'll tell you this again. It felt a lot like this. Remember when James was talking about this weird energy pulse that happened on the day of Waterdeep?
Yeah.
This is another one.
Damn.
You're on a ship with very few other people that are seeming to try to just get the ship moving.
A ship that's still intact.
Yeah.
But strangers on here, nobody that we know.
Nobody you know. The ship does have a side like ship. The other ship that's leaving had another simple ship. So there's some options there. Captain Akobak's nowhere to be seen. Carnage went into the water. He's nowhere to be seen. Crispy's nowhere to be seen.
Big sister.
Big sister is leaving her trail like she does.
Look back up at the sun. What do I see?
It's rising. It's officially a full circle now as it's peeking above the horizon. But it's a deep orange. And it's cold. So cold. Your breath as all 3 of you exhale on this ship. I mean, this is what we'll end for tonight, so.
Damn, dude.
Good music.